So next let's talk about what a basic insurance contract looks like through risk aversion. So when you get an insurance contract, you pay an upfront fee. That's the insurance premium R. You always have to pay the premium. If you're sick, in exchange, you get the insurance payout, which we're noting as Q. If you're healthy, of course, you receive nothing from your insurance, but either way, you are going to lose that upfront premium fee. So your final income is income when you're sick, I sub S, plus Q, that payout, minus the premium R. Or when you're healthy, I sub H, plus zero payout, but either way, minus the premium R. I sub S and I sub H will be different for two reasons. When you're sick, you're going to lose money due to paying for medical bills, and potentially because you can't go to work, and so you might lose income through that. So Q should be able to compensate you for those losses. So income with insurance, we're going to note as I sub H prime and I sub S prime. So the prime is what notes having insurance. Ideally, for the risk-averse consumer, you want to avoid the uncertain possibility of losing that money when you're sick. So optimally for the risk-averse consumer, insured income when healthy equals insured income while sick. So with full insurance, there is no income uncertainty. The risk-averse consumer would prefer full insurance, where your final income is state independent, meaning independent of whether you're in the healthy state or the sick state. Especially given a choice at the same price, the risk-averse consumer would prefer to have uncertainty. In the full insurance contract, remember they are equal to each other. I sub H prime and I sub S prime are equal. So from a couple of slides back, we saw that I sub H prime in the healthy state, your income would be, your healthy income plus a zero payout minus the premium R. With full insurance, that should equal income when you're sick plus Q, that benefit, that payout, minus the premium R, which you always pay. So what this is kind of showing you, when you get rid of the R from both sides and get rid of the zero, is simply the fact that Q, the payout, is what you have to add to I sub S in order for it to be equal to the healthy income I sub H. In other words, the definition of a full insurance contract is when the payout Q is equal to the difference between IH and IS. So it should fully compensate you for those two sources of income loss in the sick state. So that was one dimension of insurance, is whether it's full coverage. And the second one is whether it's actuarially fair. Now, actuarial fairness deals with the premium, and it's whether the premium is a fair bet. And so fairness is about the fact that the premium should equal the expected value of the medical payout that you would receive. In an actuarially fair contract, the payout, the premium R that you are paying to the insurance company should be equal to the expected value of the payout that you will receive in the event that you're sick. So premium R that you're spending to sign up for this insurance should equal the expected value of the benefit you're getting. That's equal to the probability of the payout, P, times the value of the payout that you would receive if you're ill, Q. In that situation, the consumer is paying out exactly the expected value of what they're getting in. And on the flip side, the insurance company isn't really making any profit or loss from this scenario. On the consumer side, the reason that they benefit is simply because they get to have a reduction in uncertainty, although the expected value is equal. So the reason that the risk-averse consumer would ever purchase insurance is that despite the fact that it is the same, especially under an actuarially fair contract, despite the fact that the expected benefit is equal to the premium that you have to pay out, it's better to know with certainty what the income is going to be. So, in other words, the risk averse consumer, they pay the premium all the time, even when they're healthy, but they're willing to sacrifice that premium when they're healthy in order to avoid or ease the bad times in the sick state, in the potential outcome of a sick state. On the flip side, for the insurance company, their experience mirrors the consumer's experience, but from the other side. From the insurance company's perspective, they're receiving premiums as revenues. So premiums are still equal to R. The payout is equal to Q, but from the insurance company's perspective, it's the potential cost of them having to pay out to the enrolled individual, and the probability of that payout is equal to P. The probability that the individual is sick. So their expected profits, where profits are denoted as pi, it's going to be the premiums that they're receiving minus the expected value of the payout. So in actuarially fair insurance, their expected profits are going to be equal to 0 because profits equals premiums minus expected payout. So if premiums equals expected payout, then their profit will be 0. And that's the same definition as actuarially fair. As a side note, in economics in general, there is an assumption that in the perfectly competitive market, profits are always equal to 0. And in this case, in the perfectly competitive insurance market, the understanding would be that the profits would be equal to 0 and that the contracts would all be actuarially fair. In practice, there are a lot of barriers to perfect competition in health insurance. But that's just the definition of actuarially fair, is that the premiums are exactly equal to the expected payout. So neither the consumer nor the insurer have an edge. It's also possible that you could have unfair insurance that yields positive profits for the insurance company, but they will never have negative profits. So unfair insurance is when the insurance company gets a positive profit, meaning that they're taking more in premiums R than they're expected to pay out in P times Q.